Hey guys, Mike Tang here with Tang Trades, back in another live trading video recap. Today was a really tough day to trade just because of how choppy it was. So just kind of briefly talking about it. Yesterday it completely dumped off, but then it recovered all of the losses and then some. But then during pre-market it kind of sold back to the original levels. This is probably in preparation because there's a FOMC meeting tomorrow. So anyways, in the morning it kind of chopped around, went up for a little bit. As usual, I don't trade within the first 10 minutes, so this is fine. So the first true setup was going to be right here, where we had a nice little flag here. The reason I didn't take this particular setup was because I saw that at the pre-market we had this particular support line here. And I thought, even if I did take this and it breaks, it might just touch and come back up. And so I wasn't super keen on it. I would have much rather preferred that if it broke down, consolidated at this level, and then I take this trade here for the downside. That didn't happen, obviously. It just broke down and then it just kept on going. So the next potential valid trade is, hey, maybe there's a consolidation at this line. It did consolidate into this kind of pattern, but it's super messy that I just didn't feel comfortable taking it. Same thing down here. There really was not any setups. There's nothing there. Finally reached the bottom and came back up, and it consolidated here. I didn't feel comfortable taking it because this is kind of against the trend, and we're sitting at a previous support resistance line. End up breaking up past it. It's just sat on the side, no problems. Broke up past the VWAP. No entry here. No entry here. No entry here. Potentially entry, but then it just wicked, and just really not much going for you. Broke down here. And I said, okay, all right, this is, in my mind, kind of a continuation play going back to the downside. We recover here, consolidated below the VWAP here, right? So consolidated below the VWAP. Yeah, I found a little bit of support resistance line, and it got bounced off a couple times, but I thought it could break. So essentially, I took my trade at the VWAP on this one of these candles here. And I was going for the downside. Really, my stop loss was trying to be above here, assuming that it goes up above it and then closes above it. In this case, unfortunately, it shot up all the way up, and it did not really give me a chance to get out until it closed, which is over here. So I only took one contract, but I did get burned on this one. So I went for the put for the downside. It went up. Today, one trade, loss of $64, so it completely wiped out all of yesterday's gains, and then additional $14 on top of that. So that's, that sucks and it's painful, but it is still part of the plan. I don't necessarily feel bad about what I did today in terms of trading. Outside of me waiting until 10:30 to trade, normally I just don't take any trades if it is past 10 o'clock or so, just because I have stuff to do. Today I had some time, and it kind of burned me a bit. But I think this is still the right thing to do because ultimately this was a good setup in my opinion for the downside. It just didn't go, and I got out there. And the other thing was SPY, since I normally look at SPY. SPY was really annoying because I had this misprint on my screen here, this huge wick, and I couldn't see the damn chart. If I was able to see the chart, this is essentially what I was trading earlier on QQQ. And this is clearly consolidating above the VWAP line. So in this case, it's making it a little bit tough. So I respected my trade. My stop loss took the L on here. I thought it was according to plan, but trading goes like that sometimes. Even if you make a plan, it doesn't always go your way. So I didn't trade I trade QQQ, didn't trade SPY. In hindsight, maybe shouldn't have even traded, but even then, I think the trade I took wasn't really a bad bad one per se. And look, it's even pulling back now, but there's no way for me to know that, right? It could have just continued to rally all the way up, and I would have just been trapped. So follow the proper protocols. I took the loss here, no problems, and we'll come back tomorrow. Now I'm not sure if I'm gonna trade tomorrow just because it's FOMC meeting, and so it tends to be very volatile, at least around 2 o'clock. So in the morning, after the initial rush, there might not be any volume or anything going on. So I might not. I'm not even sure if I'll trade tomorrow. I might just sit tomorrow out. But yeah. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, consider leaving a like on the video, and then consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more videos just like this one. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and take care.